Alright, we are looking at question number 32 from chapter number 28 of HC Verma. 7 rods A, B, C, D, E, F and G are joined as shown in figure. All the rods have equal cross-sectional area A and length L. So here you can see there are multiple rods in this circuit, you could say thermal circuit. The thermal conductivities of the rods, are given. So Ka equal to Kc equal to K naught. Let's just write down. So here we have K naught, here we have K naught. Kb equal to Kd equal to 2K naught. So 2K naught, 2K naught. Then Ke is 3K naught. Here we have 3K naught. Kf is 4K naught. And Kg is 5K naught. So these are the values given. Okay, the rod E is kept at a constant temperature T1. So that means this entire rod, the whole rod is kept at constant temperature T1. That means no current will flow through the rod along its length. Okay. Similarly, the rod G is kept at a constant temperature T2. So this entire rod G is at temperature T2, means no current will flow along the length of the rod G. Okay. So show that the rod F has a uniform temperature. So we have to find the temperature of rod F, show that it will be uniform. Okay, so let's first simplify this circuit. So first of all we have the rod A. So the resistance of the rod A will be Ra, thermal resistance. Okay, then we have the rod B in line. So the rod B will have thermal resistance Rb. Okay, at the bottom we have rod C and D. So here I can draw the rods Rc, Rd. Okay, now in the between we have Rf, the rod F. So this is Rf. The question says that the rod E is maintained at T1 and the rod G is maintained at T2. So basically we don't need to draw the resistances for the rods E and G. So we just directly connect them together like this. So I could say here the temperature is T1, here the temperature is T2. Okay, so this is your circuit. Now all the rods have same length and area of cross section, only conductivity is different. So rod A and C have same conductivity. That means we could say that resistance of the rod A and C is equal. We could write down that Ra equal to Rc equal to length divided by resistivity K naught into area A. Similarly, for the rods B and D, conductivity is 2K naught. So the thermal resistance for B and D will be L divided by conductivity 2K naught times area. I think I said for the rods A and C I use the word resistivity, but actually it's conductivity only. Okay, so this is the situation. So here we could easily say that now for this circuit we could write down that Ra upon Rc equal to Rb divided by Rd. This is a type of Wheatstone bridge circuit. Wheatstone bridge circuit. And whenever this condition is satisfied, that is Ra divided by Rc equal to Rb divided by Rd, no current will flow through Rf. There is no current flowing through Rf. That means which current? Thermal current. Okay, that means the entire rod or the resistor Rf will have uniform temperature. Okay, no thermal current, no heat is flowing through Rf, so its temperature will be uniform. So since the temperature is uniform, we could redraw the circuit as Ra, Rb, Rc, Rd. because there is no current through the rod F, so we can just remove it from the situation, from the equation. Okay, now RA equal to RC equal to L by K naught A and RB equal to RD equal to L by 2 K naught A. So basically we could say that RA equal to 2 times RB. Similarly, sorry, this is RD over here, I made a small mistake. This is RD, so RD or RC will be 2 RD. Okay, now here temperature is T1, here T2, here temperature is T, here also temperature will be T, because like I told you, the rod F is having uniform temperature, so this end and this end will have same temperature. Simple. Okay, now we need to find the value of T. So for that, let's assume that a thermal current I is flowing through the upper branch. Okay, and since upper branch and lower branch have same resistance, so here also the current will be I. Okay, now we need to write the equation. So along this circuit, RA and RB are in series. Okay, so we could easily write down that I will be T2 minus T1 upon total resistance across the branch, that is RA plus RB. Now same current is flowing through RB. Okay, first 1 minute, we could write this down as T2 minus T1 divided by RA is 2 RB, so we could write down 3 RB. So we found I. Now across the resistor RB, across RB, I will be again equal to T2 minus T divided by RB. Okay, because across the resistor RB, one side has temperature T2, the other side is temperature T, so T2 minus T by RB. But I is equal to what? So now we have I, we have this formula for I and we have this formula for I. We equate them. So T2 minus T1 upon 3 RB, T2 minus T1 upon 3 RB is equal to T2 minus T divided by RB. When you rearrange this equation, you will get T is equal to T2 minus T2 by 3. So 2 T2 plus T1 divided by 3. This will be your answer. Okay. Now the part B of the question is asking, find the rate of heat flowing from the source which maintains the temperature T2. So like we saw that in this circuit, current I is flowing through upper branch and current I is flowing through the lower branch. So total heat coming from the end T2 will be 2I. Now we calculated I will be T2 minus T1 upon 3 RB. So total heat, rate of heat flow will be 2I. So total rate of heat flow will be, we could write down 2I, that is 2 times T2 minus T1 divided by 3 RB. Now what is RB equal to? So T2 minus T1 divided by 3 times. RB will be length L and the conductivity will be, conductivity is 2 K naught times A. So we get 4 K naught A T2 minus T1 divided by 3L. This is the total rate of heat flow through the end T2.